Jack's first sleepover. 1. The invitation. It was a regular Thursday afternoon, when Jack came home from school with a big smile on his face. He ran into the kitchen, where his mom, Emily, was preparing dinner. "Mom, guess what?" Jack said, his eyes shining with excitement. Emily looked up from the stove. "What is it, Jack?" "My friend Diego invited me to his house for a sleepover this weekend. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to play video games, watch movies, and eat snacks." Emily smiled, happy to see her son so excited. "That sounds like a great time. Are you nervous about staying at someone else's house overnight?" Jack thought for a moment. "A little bit. I've never slept at someone's house before, but Diego's my best friend, so I think it will be okay." Emily gave him a reassuring hug. "You're going to have a great time. I'll help you pack everything you need." 2. Preparing for the sleepover. The next day, Jack was busy preparing for the sleepover. He and his mom packed a small bag with pajamas, a toothbrush, and his favorite stuffed animal, a little bear named Teddy. Even though he was growing up, Jack still liked to have Teddy with him when he slept. "Don't forget your sleeping bag," Emily reminded him. "You'll need it if you're sleeping on the floor." Jack grabbed his sleeping bag from the closet and rolled it up. "Got it. I'm ready to go." By the time Saturday arrived, Jack was feeling a little nervous, but also very excited. He had never been to a sleepover before, and he wasn't sure what to expect. But he trusted Diego, and he knew they would have fun. "Just remember to call me if you need anything," Emily said, as they got in the car to drive to Diego's house. "I'll be here if you need me." Jack nodded. "Thanks, Mom. I'll be fine." 3. Arriving at Diego's house. When they arrived at Diego's house, Jack felt a little more relaxed. Diego's family was friendly, and Diego's mom, Mrs. Gomez, welcomed Jack with a big smile. "Hi, Jack. We're so happy you could come for the sleepover," Mrs. Gomez said. "Diego is waiting for you in his room." Jack thanked Mrs. Gomez and followed her to Diego's room, where Diego was already setting up a video game console. "Jack, you made it," Diego said, giving his friend a high five. "We're going to have the best time. I've got video games, snacks, and my favorite movie ready to watch." Jack felt his excitement return. This is going to be awesome. They started playing video games right away, laughing and cheering as they played. Diego was really good at the game, but Jack managed to win a few rounds too. 4. Dinner and games. After a while, Mrs. Gomez called the boys for dinner. They sat down with Diego's family and enjoyed a delicious meal of pizza and salad. Jack felt comfortable at the table, and everyone was so friendly that he almost forgot he wasn't at home. "This pizza is amazing," Jack said, taking another bite. Diego grinned. "My mom makes the best pizza. After dinner, we can play some board games. My little sister, Mia, loves playing too." Once dinner was finished, the boys went back to Diego's room and picked out a board game to play with Mia. They played a game called Monopoly Junior, and even though Mia was younger, she was really good at it. "You're really good at this, Mia," Jack said as she moved her piece across the board. Mia smiled proudly. "I play with Diego all the time." The evening was filled with fun and laughter, and Jack felt like he was part of Diego's family. 5. Getting ready for bed. After hours of games, it was finally time to get ready for bed. Mrs. Gomez helped the boys set up their sleeping bags in the living room, where they were going to watch a movie before falling asleep. "Here's some popcorn for your movie," Mrs. Gomez said, handing them a big bowl. "I hope you boys have a great time." Jack got into his pajamas and settled into his sleeping bag next to Diego. They picked out a fun, animated movie and started watching. As the movie played, Jack started to feel a little tired. The day had been so much fun, but now, as he lay in the dark room, he started to miss his own bed and his parents. Diego noticed that Jack looked a little worried. "Are you okay?" Diego asked quietly. Jack nodded slowly. "Yeah, I'm just a little homesick. I've never been away from home for a whole night before." Diego smiled kindly. "It's okay, Jack. I felt that way at my first sleepover too. But we're going to have so much fun, you won't even think about it." Jack felt better knowing that Diego understood. "Thanks, Diego. I'm glad I'm here." 6. Midnight Adventures. As the night went on, Jack and Diego stayed up a little later than usual, talking and laughing about everything from school to their favorite superheroes. Even Mia joined them for a while before falling asleep on the couch. At midnight, the boys decided to have a little adventure. Diego had brought a flashlight, and they used it to make shadows on the wall and tell spooky stories. Even though the stories weren't very scary, they made each other laugh. "Okay, one more story, and then we really have to go to sleep," Jack said, trying to stop giggling. Diego nodded. "Deal. But this one's going to be the best." By the time the last story was told, both boys were too tired to stay awake any longer. They fell asleep in their sleeping bags, the flashlight still on beside them. 7. The morning after. The next morning, Jack woke up feeling refreshed and happy. The sun was shining through the windows, and he could smell breakfast cooking in the kitchen. "Good morning, sleepyhead," Diego said, already awake. "Did you sleep well?" Jack nodded. "Yeah, I did. Last night was so much fun." The boys went to the kitchen, where Mrs. Gomez had made pancakes for breakfast. They ate happily, talking about their favorite parts of the sleepover. "I'm so glad you came, Jack," Diego said between bites of pancake. "We should do this again soon." "Definitely," Jack agreed. "Maybe next time you can come to my house for a sleepover." After breakfast, it was time for Jack to go home. He thanked Diego's family for the fun night and said goodbye to Mia, who waved as Jack and his mom left the house. 8. Reflecting on the sleepover. On the way home, Jack couldn't stop smiling. His first sleepover had been a success, and he was proud of himself for facing his nervousness and having fun. "How was it?" Emily asked, glancing at Jack in the car. "It was amazing, Mom," Jack replied. "We played games, watched a movie, and told stories. I was a little homesick at first, but Diego helped me feel better." Emily smiled. "I'm glad you had fun. I knew you'd do great." When they got home, Jack told his dad and sister all about the sleepover. He felt happy and confident, knowing he could handle new experiences and make great memories with his friends.